Hello, good morning everybody. My name is Rob Triggs and I'm the Sales Effectiveness Advisor for CRM Dynamics. I'd like to take you through a presentation on the new rules of sales and marketing, also known as smarketing. So why should your company care about the new rules of sales and marketing? What can smarketing do for you? Well, smarketing can help you create more effective sales channels. So whether you're leveraging an inside sales or an outside field sales team or dealers or whatever different channels you sell through, smarketing can help you increase sales through those channels. The second thing is to increase revenue from existing and potential customers. So many customers and companies are out there driving revenues from the existing clients, but the holy grail of growing really is adding new clients, and smarketing can help you do both. So leveraging investments that you've already made in the web. So a lot of people pay for Google AdWords. They've spent a lot of money on their websites and search engine optimization, SEO, and things like this. And other things like social tools and other marketing functions. So smarketing can help you leverage the investments you've already made in that area and help you maximize revenue. The fourth piece is greater management and executive visibility. So having the ability to really know what's happening both in the field and in these different channels is very important for senior executives. Smarketing can help you do that. And the last piece is creating a competitive advantage. Creating competitive advantage is getting tougher and tougher these days as the speed of business continues to increase. And I'm going to show you why smarketing can help you create a competitive advantage no matter what industry you're in. Okay, so let's get going here. So what we've got is you've got companies that are trying to drive revenue from existing customers. And this is something that we all do. We try to make sure we can retain customers, but also grow wallet share from existing customers. But the other focus really is to grow new business from potential customers. And for companies that are effective at doing that are very healthy and very strong. And in the middle of all this is sales. So sales is the primary group that is responsible for making sure that these customers are turned from prospects into customers. Okay. Now, how do they do that? Well, they do that various ways, but making calls on existing customers. Those calls can be in the form of a physical face-to-face meeting. They can be telephone calls on the phone. There's different things like proposals and demonstrations and all of the things that sales do day in and day out. And from that, it creates leads and opportunities that they can manage and close. So sales is doing this day in and day out. They're doing this with existing customers to try to retain them, renew them, and sell them new things. And this is what they do. The other thing sales does is they do the same type of process, but they do it on potential new customers. And it's funny, on my travels, I find that most customers are really churning their base or churning their existing customers versus going after net new. And because it's a lot harder, let's face it, it is a lot harder to add a new customer. And so they're making calls, they're doing the same types of things, and they're generating leads from potential customers. And this is what sales does day in and day out, and we're on the hook for the dollars at the end of the month, and we've got lots of reporting tools and wonderful things in place to make sure that we're good at this. Then you've got marketing. So marketing's responsibility really is to make sure that they're providing support for sales and generating leads and things like this. So they've got leads coming in from potential customers through the work that they're doing, whether it be website or branding or advertising at the Super Bowl, whatever it is they're doing is generating new business leads coming from potential customers, but from even the existing customer base too. So this is what marketing's doing. Now most people would agree that marketing is on the left and sales is on the right. And there really is a definite line between the two groups. Some would argue that marketing don't like sales and sales don't like marketing. For companies that are a little bit more progressive, these two groups work more collaboratively together, and that's what we're going to focus on today. So marketing traditionally is responsible for advertising, branding, public relations, creative, digital media, web, social, lead generation, campaign and event creation, and management. We could probably add a few more things to this list, but high level, this is what marketing is responsible for. And on the sales side, sales is responsible for prospecting, lead conversion, sales cycle management, proposals, demonstrations, presentations, account and opportunity management, and relationship management. And a lot of money gets invested in sales and marketing to make sure these things are happening properly. And the key thing, though, is for sales and marketing to work more collaboratively together. So we want marketing to move over closer to sales, and we want sales to move a little bit more closely over to marketing, so they work together with great efficiency and great effectiveness. And what I like to affectionately call this process of getting sales and marketing to work together, I like to call it smarketing. So smarketing is really about working together collaboratively to drive new opportunities from existing and potential customers in the form of leads, leads into prospects, prospects into opportunities, opportunities into paying customers. And let me take you through that, how to do that now. But before I do, let me tell you a story. So this is a story about a recent experience I had being a customer of a company that was trying to marry sales and marketing together. So I won't say who the company is, but it was a telecommunications company that I do business with. And I have about 3 of the possible 7 services that they offer. So what they did is they sent me a letter in the mail. They knew my name from the existing information they have in their system, and they knew which services that I have. So they sent me an email and offered me this 4th service, and they sent me a promotion that if I responded by a certain date that I would get this promotion. And in fact, I actually wanted this 4th service. I just never had the time to pick up the phone and call them. So I finally called them, and I got this fellow on the phone, and they didn't know anything about the promotion that I was calling for. So that was a bit of a turn-off. So if we go back on the slide for a minute, so here's marketing. So marketing did a good job sending me the information, but then sales didn't really have an idea what the heck was going on. So here I am, a qualified lead. I was ready to sign up under the right conditions, and sales dropped the ball. So marketing and sales were not working together in that example. And what I want to do is I want to show you how you can make sure that that doesn't happen in your companies. Okay? So let me jump back to where I was in the slides. And so that's the story. So that story is a story that's really important because as companies, we need to be able to do this more effectively. Marketing needs to do what they do really well. Sales needs to do what they do really well. But the connection point between the 2 groups need to be a lot stronger, and we need to be working together collaboratively. Okay? So how do you do that? So what information exists, or what things that are in place that we need to talk about to make sure that we do have that connection? Well, the different activities that marketing is involved in, like in my example, sending out the letter to get me to upgrade to a new service. That's working on the existing customer base to sell them more. So that's an example of that. And then there's field sales activities. So what are the field salespeople doing? What are the inside salespeople doing? In the case of my example, the inside salesperson that I got on the phone didn't understand what marketing was doing. Therefore, they lost the sale. Okay. Other sales channel activity. So many of you may sell through other channels, dealers, authorized dealers, or other channels, resellers, and things like that. Websites. So many companies have invested heavily in their website, and some companies are doing business like e-commerce directly from their website. Others are trying to find a way to drive traffic to their site and turn that traffic into leads. So take a look at that. Social tools. So everyone keeps talking about how social tools are the in thing, and everyone should be tweeting and twitting and Facebooking and all those things. And it's really true, but you need to be doing it properly. And many companies have learned how to do it properly now, and it's creating opportunities, but they're not recognizing these opportunities as the leads they really are. And I'm going to talk about that today. The existing information you have in your current systems. So all of you have systems, computer systems, that have information in it about your existing customers, maybe customers that have canceled and you've lost them. So you have this data that if you use it wisely, you can actually use that to grow revenue. Like in the example I gave earlier with the 4th product in the company's total of 7 products that they tried to get me to buy but loused it up. And the last one really is, what is the information that we have about the companies and the contacts we're trying to target, and what kind of real-time information can we get? Real and recent time, so things like information about a person just changing a job or getting promoted or different things like that. How can we leverage information that's coming out on a daily basis to increase our chances to grow revenue? We're going to talk about that. Okay. So what tools can a company leverage to make this silver bullet of sales and marketing work together? Well, here they are. Most of you have some of them. The first one is CRM. Second one is what I call smart data. And the third one is marketing automation. So these are the three things that every company needs to have to make sure sales and marketing are working together collaboratively. So let's dig in. CRM. CRM needs to be configured properly. Now, many companies have gone out and spent a fortune on CRM, and in most cases that I see, they really are not driving the ROI. They're not seeing the return from their CRM investment, both the time they've invested in the CRM project and also the money they've invested. So what a CRM should have, let me get my pen. So the CRM should have companies, okay? So they should have companies. The companies need to be structured properly so we can target them effectively. So these are both companies that are existing and companies that are potential, all right? The other thing we need are contacts. So we need to have people's contact information, and we need to know more than just their phone number, their email address. We need to know things about them. Then there's opportunities, the ability to manage an opportunity through the different stages of the sales cycle. That may sound very basic and redundant, but many companies I see are not doing that effectively. This is the holy grail, tasks. Tasks need to be generated by the system for sales based on certain rules being correct. I'm going to take you through an example of this a little bit later. Mobility. Mobility is so powerful. With tablets and smartphones, a salesperson that's in the field especially should never have to go back to the office to get information. They can be sitting in their car, sitting in the lobby, doing their work as if they were in the office. Okay? So it's mobility. And the last piece is dashboards. Dashboards need to give you a high-level picture of what's really happening. So the salesperson should be able to have a dashboard of their lead indicators of success, their performance, but managers should also know what's going on so they can help coach and manage. These are all the things you need in your CRM. The next thing you need is smart data. And with smart data, you need things like you need a data provider. If you don't have all the data in your CRM that you need about existing and potential customers, you need to go buy data from somewhere, smart data, that you can put in your CRM and use that to prospect and market. You also need to leverage the data that exists in social media in a structured fashion. So there's information every day shared on social media that if you harness it properly, you can use that for selling. The next one is traditional media. So there's a lot of traditional media sources out there, like press release agencies and news wires. So there's information getting shared from some of the more traditional media that you can capture to increase your chances of selling to a customer. The next one is the information you have about companies and contacts. So what do you currently know about your existing company and contacts? And the last one really is this existing information. And this is really all about what systems or databases do you have about existing and potential customers that you can leverage to upsell, cross-sell, or sell to new customers. All right? Even lost customers, customers that you've lost in the past, using that information to do campaigns. All right, so these are all examples of smart data. The third one is marketing automation. So I see it all too often that a company really relies on their sales force to figure these things out and go do most of the heavy lifting. Well, the marketing automation piece is really a set and forget type model. So, and you do that using structured email marketing campaigns. So sending information that potential and existing customers may want to see or information they would benefit from, and that can start the nurturing process of bringing a company that doesn't do business with you today into the very early stages of a sales cycle, so they will buy from you eventually. Okay, web tracking. So when you're spending all this money to drive people to your website, how do you convert that traffic into paying customers? Lead scoring. So depending on what stage a person is at on your web or email marketing, you can assign a score to them so you know when to engage sales and when not, when you'd be wasting their time. The next one is social discovery. So how do I use social discovery tools automatically so that I can use the social tools to increase my chances of getting a deal? And the last one, which I think is one of the most powerful things, is nurture marketing. So customers don't just pick up the phone and call you every day and say, hey, I want to buy what you're selling. If you've got some of that going on, that's phenomenal. Congratulations. But There's a lot of companies out there that could benefit from your products or services that just don't know about you. But if you were to pick up the phone and cold call them, in a lot of cases, they're just not going to respond to that. So nurture marketing is a way of setting up different steps in a nurture process and having it work automatically so that people start to know who you are, they start to get trust and feel like they want to do business with you, and then you can engage a salesperson at the right time. Okay? So these are the three things: CRM, smart data, and marketing automation. And I'm going to jump in and show you how you can use these through an example in a minute of how to grow sales. So first, smart data. Let's dig into smart data a little bit more. So smart data are things like having insight about the companies and the contacts that you're trying to sell to. So insight is one of the most powerful tools, and according to this corporate executive group, insight-based selling is the most effective way to engage customers. So again, everyone tries to do the cold call thing, but if you can use different insight that you have about that company or contact, you're much more likely to get them interested in what you're doing. The next piece is having the right data, insights, and connections working together so that when you do reach out in a nurturing process to a potential customer, what you're saying or what you're offering is of value to them because you've used what you know about them. Okay, like the one example I had, they sent me a letter about a product or service that they thought I might like, and that very basic piece of information worked. Okay, they could have actually used some of my social tools that I use to find out what was important to me, and that may even help them sell more. And the last thing really is, here's all the different sources that you can drive information from. So CNN, ABC News, there's information from the news agencies about companies and contacts. There's data that you can buy from different data providers. There's different social tools you can use. There's different web sources that you can use that will help you target companies and contacts. Okay, so smart data. The other thing about smart data is these are some of the systems that you have in your company. So you have accounting systems that may show you, maybe it shows you year-over-year sales, accounts receivable, accounts payable information, and maybe trends. Maybe companies that are declining the amount of business they do with you year over year. Let's do a campaign on those. There's different things you have in your accounting system that can help you target your existing customers. There's information in your customer care system that can help you target customers. So how many customers have had a service call in the last 3 months, or maybe they've had 3 calls in the last week. I need to get a salesperson in there and talk to them. Okay, so this information in your customer care system is valuable stuff. How about in your inventory system? So you're sending products and services, orders and shipping information. So what do you have in your inventory system that you can use? Your CRM data. So you've got data in your CRM that can help you focus and target, ERP systems, and many host of other systems that you use to manage your business. So what data do you have to help increase your sales and marketing efforts success? CRM. So CRM we talked about a little bit, and I'll skip over and go right to marketing automation. So marketing automation is all about this. So email marketing, web tracking, lead scoring, surveys, social discovery, campaign tracking, form capture, nurture marketing, landing pages, subscription management, and text messaging. So the key ones we're going to talk about are really this email marketing, web tracking, lead scoring, and the nurture marketing. These are the main ones I'm going to talk about today, okay? But this is what a marketing automation tool should provide to you. Now, when you get all 3 of these things working properly, so you've got smart data that's feeding into my CRM, that smart data is getting used to run different email campaigns and nurture marketing campaigns. When these email marketing and nurture campaigns get to a certain stage, that feeds back into CRM and can create a task for a salesperson to do something. Now it's very well qualified, and now we can engage that high-paid salesperson to maybe go and do a call on the existing customer and get them to upgrade and add that 4th service, right? Creates the lead, and the lead turns into an opportunity. The opportunities show up in the dashboard for the sales rep and the manager to view, and then it's a nice closed loop process. So the smart data flows into here. Marketing automation works, those back into CRM, go out to the customer, back into CRM, and this is how it works. Okay. We can also take the route of, rather than the existing customer, do the same thing for a potential customer. It comes back in. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, I want to take you through a scenario. So this is an upsell opportunity. So here's your scenario. So your current system contains a list of all customers with product A, so generic product A. A natural add-on to product A is product B and C. So you've got a company that has product A, and you know from that this customer could benefit if they bought product B and C. So marketing creates the collateral of why B and C are beneficial and maybe some special pricing. Marketing sends out the email campaign. Okay? When the customer opens the email, a task is created for sales to do something. The task shows up on the salesperson's tablet or computer as a task. So no matter where they are, that pops up and they know they have something to do. The salesperson completes that task. The CRM dashboard shows the manager the outcome of the task, so which ones were completed, which ones weren't, which ones have stalled, what's the success, which reps are doing well at this, which ones need some coaching, and so on. Okay? And then marketing can measure the success of that campaign, and the key is they can adjust and make sure that the next one they do takes that feedback and they can get better. All right? So if you look at this picture down here, we're using smart data to decide about the ABC product thing. It's going into CRM. Yeah, there's an email that's sent out, and off it goes. So let's go through this. I want to walk you through this, how this would work. Okay? So the smart data is sent over, and we're going to use the existing information from one of our databases about which customers have product A. That's going to go over, and an email marketing send will be done. A task will be created for a salesperson to follow up, and the outcome of that will show up in the dashboard. Okay? So here we go. So data from your database, so here's just a spreadsheet or a database of all the different customers that have product A and B and C and all that good stuff. So we know that the data from our existing system tells us by going into CRM which ones have product A. So this information comes into CRM. This company here, ABC Plastics, has product A. So there we go. We know that this customer has product A. So the system will automatically pull that. Then what happens is marketing creates the compelling message. Okay, so they create this wonderful message. Get 30% off your order on product B and C today. If you order your product B and C today, and click here to learn more. So they click here, and this will take them to maybe a landing page that gives them some information, and so on. So this email is relevant because they know they have product A. They can put some nice graphics in there. They can make it look prettier than I have here if you like. You can be using social media. So this goes out, it's relevant, and now the customer knows what they get if they buy product B and C. Now what happens is marketing creates a marketing list of all the customers that have product A. So they go into CRM and they create a marketing list. And this marketing list pulls all of the customers from our database that have product A. So they may have 1,000 different customers with product A that they're going to send this email to. When marketing sends the email, it goes out to all the customers when they hit send right here, and this email will now go out to all of those customers, all those 1,000 customers that have product A. Then what happens is CRM tracks when a customer opens an email and clicks on any link. So when that customer opens it up and they click on a link, we get a report in CRM that tells us how many people actually clicked on the link. Okay? So there it is, 37 people out of the 149 that this was sent to clicked on the link. Now what happens is on the salesperson's CRM, in their task view, they get this new task pop up, and it's called a follow-up on product B and C campaign. We can call it whatever you want, but the sales rep knows what to do when one of these comes in because sales and marketing are working together. Okay, so this is a bit of a screenshot of our Touch mobile app, which is a CRM front end on your tablet. So right there, it pops up, and they know what to do. Okay, they can even do it on the laptop if they don't have a tablet. Then what happens is the sales perform their task, and management has visibility to the task being completed. So they can tell how many were completed and how many weren't. Okay? Marketing can measure the success of the campaign and know what to do next. This is an example now of marketing doing what they need to do with the creative piece and the data mining of the systems and all those good things that salespeople aren't good at, and salespeople doing what they need to do. Once it's been qualified, someone's clicked on the link and they've read the information, they're interested. Give them a call. They're warm. So now we've got marketing and sales working more together, and I like to call that smarketing. So smarketing really is all about getting existing customers and potential customers, getting in front of them, use the information you have to sell more stuff. And I'll take questions online. If you want to send me a question online, feel free. You can reach me at crmdynamics.ca. You can also reach me at touchmobilesales.com. We have two different websites. The first one is more CRM centered, and Touch Mobile Sales is really focused on sales process using CRM. Okay? I hope you really enjoyed the presentation. Again, our website are crmdynamics.ca and touchmobilesales.com. My name is Rob Triggs. I'm the Sales Effectiveness Advisor for CRM Dynamics. Been in sales for over 22 years, and I love helping companies sell more. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email, or you can call me directly on my phone there. Rob Triggs at crmdynamics.ca, or if you're into social media, there's my Twitter handle. Have a great day. Thank you.